Hello and welcome to my Minecraft video. Today I'm starting off in kind of a weird situation where I've had this Minecraft world for quite some time, but I really enjoy playing on it and I want to do a lot more to it, so I think I'm just going to keep playing with it and record my progress and show you guys what I've been doing on the world. So this world I started with 2 or 3 other friends and we played on it for a while, but they kind of stopped, so now it's just me. And I've been working on this base for a while. This is the main house area. Right now it's decorated very nicely with lanterns all over the floor. One bed, one ender chest, and a crafting table. But I plan on making this house very usable and much nicer in the future. I also have a lot more to this base with these paths all over so that people without elytra can actually get around my base, because I found that when I died it's really hard to get around the base without an elytra. So I first made this storage area down here, which has 120 items that it sorts. It's got 128 sorters, but the last 8 right here are all just bulk storage, so it sorts 120 items, which works very well, but I am looking to expand it in the future. That's one of the projects I would like to work on. But it sorts most of the things that I want to right now, so it probably won't be a high priority there. Another thing with this base is I have done a lot of work excavating out this mountain. So I dug out this huge area for farms, and right here, this is my storage system, which I did not realize was right here, but I'm looking to expand it at least to here. As you can see, that's where it ends, and this is just some bees in here. Just kind of have them trapped in here for now since they fly away. There's my bees. I'm working on getting more. I started off with like 2, so it's been taking a while. I also have a chicken farm that kind of works. There's like 4 chickens in there. I'm also looking to make that better and then also make an automatic cooked chicken farm, which will help a lot. I made this cactus farm. It is 6 layers tall and produces a lot of cactus, but right now it's connected to nothing, as you saw. So I also need to work on that. I'm also planning on adding a lot of other farms near basically everything you could ever need in a survivor world. Looks like I'm out of rockets, so let me grab some of those. As you can tell, I've played on this world a lot, but there's still a lot of stuff I want to do. I've always wanted to have that one world where I've stuck on it for a long time, and I think this might be the one. I also have this nether portal that I made. It looks alright right now, but I'm looking to maybe make that better in the future. I have these stables for these skeleton horses that I found. One more thing over here is a villager area that has no villagers right now because I have other villagers, but I'm just really looking to I'm not really looking to transport them right now because it's a lot of work, and they work where they are right now. Eventually I will do that. That's another project I want to do for a later date. But right now I think that that is all for this space. I am definitely looking to make this much better in the future. So there's the house, the mountain that I dug out. There's still a lot more that I could dig out if I need more space. Stables, nether portal, and the villager area. So now we're going to go through the portal to the nether. And one of the things that I did on this world is I made paths on the nether roof, but as you can see, they're just ice, so that definitely has to get improved in the future. But that is also low priority because most of the time I just fly anyways instead of using boats. One of the big projects that I've already done this world that took a really long time, like really long time, I'm struggling to fly right now, is this shulker farm. It took forever to make, and it was the biggest pain in the world, but it works now and it produces so many shulker shells I actually had to turn it off because it was producing too many. And this is only like a very small part of the farm that in the nether collects all the shulkers, but most of it is actually in the overworld through this portal. And since this is a server, the spawn chunks actually are constantly loaded, so we make a lot, or I made a lot of farms in the spawn chunks to produce stuff constantly. So I have a huge iron farm right here. As you can see, it produces a ton of iron. I have way too much. I think I have somewhere along the lines of 10 shulker boxes of iron, which is far too much. And it also produces bone meal, which is really nice. Yeah, it produces a lot of iron. I don't know, I just cleared it recently, and yeah, it's already getting there. It's filling up again. but there's a lot of storage for it. It goes farther back that way. But it works very nice, and it is very nice to have just unlimited iron. If I ran out of iron, that'd be crazy. I don't think it's possible anymore. And I also want to make this staircase a lot nicer because I was just getting a way to get down to that storage area. I don't know why I made it so far into the ground, but I did. But yeah, that's the iron farm. And then over here is the rest of the shulker farm, the overworld part of it. And this is actually the first iteration of the farm that I tried to build, and it didn't work. So then I made this one. And I think it's a Nembomb design or an Ilmango design, but it works phenomenally. It still was a pain to build, but it works very well, which I like. Then, from there, we'll go to my old base, which I put a little bit of work into, but it was just kind of like a starter base. I was always planning on making a better one over in the jungle. But I built this bridge because I was bored one day, and I thought it looked pretty cool. So I built a bridge to my tiny house right here, and the tiny house has a huge basement. So in the basement we have furnaces and stuff, and down here in my favorite room, the cow pit that a villager wandered into. That used to be so filled with cows because my friend would breed them every single time he got online that I joined the world once and I couldn't barely move. Down here I have my villager breeding area. It works very well. I just kind of throw bread down there and then they make more villagers. And here is my trading area, along with a few more over here, like farmers for my golden carrots, as you can see that I'm eating, and then these guys, the clerics that I use for redstone. Down here I have an old storage area that used to be filled with chests, and it works good, but I had to manually sort, and I'm really bad at manually sorting, so I made that new one and moved all my stuff over there. All the chests that are still here have stuff in them that I need to eventually move over, like all these shulker boxes. That'll take a while. All these tools from there. But it worked good while I used it. And down here I have a massive sugarcane plantation, which was just kind of a funny project because one of my friends made his base right next to my house, and I was like, well, I'm going to just surround your base in sugarcane, and then I basically just went under his base and made a huge sugarcane farm. I also have a small melon and pumpkin farm, which is one of the farms that I'm planning on making bigger for my new base, and I have, as you can hear, a small iron farm right here that produces a little bit of iron, but it just wasn't enough for what I needed. And I think that's the end of this base, so then we'll move on to the next one. The next one would be, well, one of my friend's bases is right down here, but there's not much to show. He was not very good at the game. He just kind of made oak boxes, so I'm not going to really show you that one. But my other friend over here is really good at building. He's working right here on a windmill, but right now it's just a tower. He hasn't played in a while, so I don't know if we'll ever see him on the server, but he is very good at building, even though it might not show it with his house over here. That's just a glass dome underneath the water. One of the big things we made was this creeper farm, and it works amazing. I don't ever really need to worry about rockets or anything, because I have just stacks upon stacks of gunpowder. I haven't AFK'd here in a while, but I don't think I will need to for a long time. And this is his old iron farm that also got overshadowed by the big one I made in the spawn chunks. And the last place we'll check out is the last person on this world, which is that last friend's girlfriend, actually. And she basically just joined this world to farm, which is really funny, but if it makes her happy. So she just has a ton of cows and pigs and stuff. I don't know what happened to all of these ones, because they were just as full as the cow ones, but now they're not. And that is basically the whole Minecraft world. In future videos, I will do a little bit more building and projects, and I hope you guys come back to watch more of that. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.